From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Running left, here's Mitchell. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Looking to put a drive together. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now the first carry here for the running back. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. Ball at a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. The Bengals had 8 and 5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Hey, look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 19 right. 19 tight. 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights on in the meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Right back to Mitchell here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Up the middle they go. It's Lee. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
He's got it to the 43 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Jackson going to keep it. It's caught at the 10. sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run with Mitchell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's a give up the middle. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14. Bengals nothing. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At their own 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Until about the 23. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man, Kyle Williams, he's got it. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 8, go.
They'll look to throw here. This pass complete to Higgins. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 46-yard line.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 10. Another run with Mitchell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd down and 10. Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 11. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, 62 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, officer, report. Middle.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Wide open receiver complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Lee. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Report! Report!
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like 2 well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Bengals 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Ravens Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Brown. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this down only to about the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
18 run, 18 run. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's go now. Viking 8.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
McPherson on for the point after.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, report.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Lee. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14.
Bengals 21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time, so have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Second and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A big play in this football game. Third down and 1. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here we go. This is fourth down. He'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 40.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and 4. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. Third and 4. They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
Let's go. Cougar 1979 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
70 Timberwolf, Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Mustang 19. Ready, go. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors 70.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's another Bengals first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught at the 3.
And things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gain. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
70 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw. This is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now he's going to step up and run.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
2nd down, goal to go.
Here we go. Let's go.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Evan McPherson to kick off for
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here.
And the Baltimore first and 10 at the 40.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
They'll try the left side. Lee. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
Jackson going to keep it.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lee. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big deal.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
A
Give running right is Mitchell.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll try to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well.
And this is a touchdown. That's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Luke now for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Bengals 35.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's 2nd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for